$87,000. That's how much a law firm spent on ads before they called us. If you want to know how many cases they got from that 87K, 14. And that doesn't sound bad, right? So let me tell you about a personal injury law firm that we worked with. Great attorneys, experience, successful track record, and they wanted to grow. And so they did what most businesses do. They hired an agency to run ads. And the agency said, great, let's drive traffic. Let's get your name out there. Let's run some Google ads. And that sounds reasonable, right? So they did for months, and $87,000 in ad spend later, they had exactly 14 cases to show for it. That's $6,200 a case. For a personal injury firm where most cases are worth thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands, this math might seem okay on the surface, but here's the problem. It wasn't sustainable, it wasn't scalable, and it certainly was masking a much larger issue. So when we audited the situation, we found exactly what we expected. The agency started with capture, traffic, ads, visibility, but they skipped convert. The website they were driving traffic to, it had problems. The phone number was buried. The contact form had 8 fields. The headline talked about the firm, not about the visitor's problem. The page loaded slowly on mobile. Trust signals were thin. So what happened? Traffic came, prospects clicked the ads, but they landed on the site and 97% of them left without calling, without filling out the form, without becoming a case. The agency's response, we need more budget, we need more traffic, but they needed a better foundation, actually. They were filling a bucket with a big gaping hole at the bottom, and the agency's solution was more water. So we flipped the sequence. So first we started with convert. We rebuilt the conversion foundation, the phone number in the header, sticky on mobile, one tap to call. The form was simplified, name and email and phone and a brief description, and that's it. The headline was rewritten about the visitor's problem, not the firm's credentials. Page speed was optimized, trust signals were prominent, clear calls to action on every page. Second, compete. We optimized their Google business profile. We launched a review generation system. We built their reputation visibility. Third, capture. So now with the foundation solid, we ran ads again, same budget, same targeting, same market, but much different result. So the cost per case went from $6,200 to $780. That's an 87% reduction. Same ad spend, 8 times more cases. And beyond the numbers, the firm finally had a sustainable system, predictable lead flow, confident growth. The lesson isn't ads are bad. Ads are fine. Ads work. But the lesson is that sequence matters. Capture without convert is waste. Convert first and then compete and then capture. That's the order. The 87K wasn't wasted because ads don't work. It was wasted because the foundation was broken. So here's a question for you. If you're spending on ads or you're thinking about spending on ads, is your foundation ready for traffic? What happens when traffic hits your website? Do they convert or do they bounce? And if you're not sure, that's what the rest of this guide is for. The self-assessment will show you exactly where your convert foundation stands. The action plan will show you what you want to fix and in what order. So don't be the 87K disaster, be the 780 success story. So keep reading.